Hi, everyone. We are actually working with section 5.5, algebraic expressions and properties. So yesterday in section 5.2, we worked with distributive property where you had an expression that looked like this, and then we had to show our arrows to show us what we're going to be multiplying by. So the first arrow is saying 3 times 7 plus, and the second arrow is saying 3 times 2. And then 3 times 7 is 21, and 3 times 2 is 6. And I asked you to keep your answer looking like this first. And there is a reason why I wanted you to keep that, is because now we're learning to factoring an expression. So you're going to hear myself say we're not going to be factoring out, okay, or just factoring. Okay, so if you hear these two expressions, it actually means you need to find your GCF. All right, it actually means the number that is on the outside of the parentheses, this part right here, because this is your GCF. All right, so we're actually going to start, and if they give you the problem that looks like this, if you notice, this problem is the ending result of what we did yesterday. So that means when we're factoring out, we're looking for this piece right here. So that means our answer is going to be what we were starting with yesterday. So it sounds confusing, but we're just going backwards. All right. So in order to do that, let's do this color. We need to take 21 and 6, and we need to find the greatest common factor. So we're going to do prime factorization. And we're going to write down 21 is 3 times 7, and 6 is 2 times 3. And to find GCF, you find what's common. So the GCF is 3. So that means that's what we're going to be factoring out. So the 3 is here. So 3 times what gives you 21, which is 7. And then 3 again times what gives you 6, which is 2. All right. So if you notice, what we have here is the same as what we have here. So our middle piece is always going to be the same. So this was our starting point, which was our ending point yesterday. This is our middle piece, which is the same as yesterday. And now it should end up looking like this as our answer. So let's try it. So we have to find what is being repeated. So let me see if I can highlight. This 3 and this 3 are being repeated. And that is our GCF. And our GCF is going to stay on the outside of your parentheses. Okay. So this is our GCF. And this is what we're factoring out. All right. So now, because our 3's are already out, you're just going to put in what's not highlighted. So we have 7 plus 2. And let's look to see if it's the same. So we have 3 and in parentheses 7 plus 2, 3 in parentheses 7 plus 2. And that's our answer. Okay. So let's try example 1. Okay, so we're going to write 18 plus 30. So that means we'll get to find the GCF. So we're going to do 18 and 30. Let's find our factor tree. All right, so let's write these out. So 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. And 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. So let's circle our pairs. We have a pair of 2's and a pair of 3's. So my GCF is 2 times 3, which is 6. So this is what we're going to be factoring out. Okay, so that means 6 is, we're going to be writing that twice. 6 times what gives you 18 plus, and then 6 again. We're going to keep using the 6. 6 times what gives you 30. And then we're going to highlight what we see multiple times. And then that's going to be what we're factoring out. That 6 goes on the end. Here's your parentheses. There's your plus sign. And now we need to know what goes here, and so whatever is left. So we have a 3 and a 5. And then that's your answer. All right, so let's do example 1, problem B. So you have 20 minus 12. So that means we have to find, saying using GCF. So factor 20 minus 12 using GCF. So we're going to do 20 and 12. Find our prime factorization. All right, so 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. And 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. Let's circle what we have in common, which are the two 2's. So your GCF is 2 times 2, which is 4. So that's what we're going to be factoring out. So we're going to take 4 times what gives me 20 minus 4 again times what gives me 12. Highlight what you see multiple times. So the 4 is what I'm factoring out. I only want it once. So it's going to be outside my parentheses. You can do your layout, and I know it's subtraction, and then whatever's left. So 5 minus 3. And then that is my answer for factoring using GCF. And that's for example 1.